Good day, everyone. My name is John and I'm from Sacred Heart College, Lucena City, currently on a work immersion in Quezon Provincial Library. And in honor of the Day of Valor held last April 10, I'll tell you a story entitled The Supremo and the Cave. Story by April Jade I. Biglaen and illustrations by Ivan G. Reverente. But before we start, I have a question to all the kids out there. Do you know who Supremo is? If not, you better be asking your grandfathers about this and they'll tell you who Supremo really is. I thought I was going to lose the nail on my big toe when I stubbed it on a slippery rock. Good thing I only got a scratch. I couldn't understand why Tatay was in such a hurry, or where he was even taking me. He was taking such giant strides, and every step seemed to shake the ground like an earthquake. Hurry up, Narding, so we can make our way home before it gets dark. Where are we going anyway, Tay? We're going to the Pamitinan and Macarok caves. I didn't know where those caves were and what we were going to do there. All I knew was that he was taking me on a field trip to a place where my Lolo Pedro had once taken him. Son, do you know that your great-grandfather Incong Faustino also took your Lolo Pedro to that cave? Likewise, your Lolo Faustino was taken there by his father Aurelio. Your Lolo Aurelio was brought there by Incong Guillermo. Incong Guillermo was brought there by Tata Restituto. Tata Restituto was brought there by his father Emilio, and Emilio was brought there by his uncle Andres. What was so important about that cave that all my ancestors had gone to see it? I was really hoping that we were going to a very special place because it was my birthday. I was hoping there was a present hidden inside Tatay's huge backpack. I was hoping that there was a birthday cake inside it somehow. I was hoping for a great vacation because it was Holy Week. But I had no idea at all that he was just going to wear me out completely. Even just trying to memorize the names of my ancestors was wearing me out already. We rested a while when we reached the mouth of the cave. I think there's an earthquake, Tay, I said. You're just hungry, Narding, laughed Tatay. We ate the dried milkfish eggs and rice that Nanay had packed for us. I was so hungry. I polished off every last bit of the meat of the fish when we had gotten enough rest. Tatay brought out a huge flashlight. We were about to enter the cave. Look at the walls of the cave, son. I took a look. There was a lot of writing on it. Badong was here. I love you. 0906-208-2028. And Eris loves Ron. Among other things, Tay, did we come here to read and write graffiti on the wall? No, son. I want you to read the writing scrawled in charcoal. Go ahead and read it. Long live the freedom of the Philippines. Do you know that it was Andres Bonifacio who wrote that? He wrote it in 1895, witnessed by a small number of Katipuneros. I remembered who Andres Bonifacio was. I had learned about him in history class. He was the Supremo of the Katipunan. Members of their organizations were called Katipuneros, and he was the one who led the struggle against the Spanish. But there were things I didn't understand about the writing on the wall. Tay, what does freedom mean anyway? And why did they have to write about it in this cave? Why didn't they just do it at that place we went to where there are lots of walls, at Intramuros? I said, fighting one question after the other, son. Freedom is the right and the power of every man to live as he wishes. This is where they wrote about freedom because of this place is said to be the cave of Bernardo Carpio. Who is Bernardo Carpio? His name is the name as mine. When the children of the nation had not yet been liberated from the Spanish, they believed in the legend of a king who possessed incredible power and would someday set them free. Bernardo's hands and feet were bound, but one day he would break free and liberate the oppressed. The children of the nation, it said that he had been imprisoned in this very cave. So that's why they scribbled on these walls. Maybe they were waiting for Bernardo Carpio to escape from this cave. You're pretty smart, son. People were saying back then that Bernardo had only one foot left untied. When they wrote these words, the time was ripe for the freedom Andres Bonifacio and his men had been fighting for. Maybe that's why I thought there was an earthquake. Maybe Bernardo Carpio is still trying to untie himself. Very funny, kid. Here, I've got some presents for you. Tatay brought out some water, soap, brushes, and garbage bags. He said, it was our gift to nature and history. We were going to clean up the cave. We were going to try to wash out those writings inside the cave that were unfit to be seen, like the ones I had read earlier. We were also going to collect the garbage people had left behind. We were going to become katipuneros fighting against garbage. I was already feeling very tired, so I asked Tatay, what if the writings on the wall and the garbage just become part of history? He just laughed and said they would have no meaning. When we were finished cleaning, Tatay took a candle out of his backpack. He stood it on a flat rock and lit it. He sang me happy birthday. His voice echoed all around the cave. It made the bats flutter around us and blow out the candle. Even if I didn't get to have a real birthday cake, ended up walking with a limp and got bat poop on my shirt, still I had a happy birthday. I got to know the person I was named after. What's more, I got to know some very important figures from our country's history. The story depicts a scenario in which we should always take time to commemorate the lives of those who spent and sacrificed their lives all for the sake of the country's freedom. And we owe it to them, especially Andres Bonifacio, known as the Supremo. Andres Bonifacio is the kind of Filipino who is driven to be patriotic. And we, the current generation, should keep the meaning of the word patriotism in our hearts. This is John from Sacred Heart College, Quezon City. Once again, thank you for watching. Bye-bye!